Hello, Christopher McClure from So You Want to Play Guitar, and that's soyouwanttoPlayGuitar.com. And today I'm going to show you octaves and show you how you can become fairly well versed with octaves. Um, First of all, if you don't know what an octave is, it's the same note. Like here's an A, and that's the octave above it. And so, like we can play scales, single note scales, but we can also play octave scales. And we can use octaves in a lot of kind of playing. Whenever you want to double up on a melody, you want it to sound fuller, you use an octave. Okay, so the most standard octave, easiest to play, is the one like I just showed you. So you've got, say, your first finger on we'll start here on the F, and we've got our third finger. It's actually, if you know a power chord, it's like the bottom and the top of a power chord. Anyway, there's an octave. Now, if you want to do that same, you can do that, between for an F, and then if you want to do for like a B flat on this string, right? You can do it there. But then when you cross over, you've got that tuning difference between everything's a fourth here until you get here. You get to between the third and the second string, and that's a third. And so you got to compensate for that by playing. Now you have to make it right here. It's like a whole tone. Here you got to make it 3 frets wide, and the same thing for there. So a way you can practice these octaves is to do the spider. Spider is a dexterity exercise that it's just a way of, and I'm doing with my right hand, I'm doing up and down strokes. It's just a way of, exercising your fingers, getting coordination between your left and your right hand, right? Well, you can do that spider with octaves. You can go, and then right here you got to change to that 3 fret formation. All right, and then when you get to the top, then you move up one, and so we just switch to that narrower formation. When you get to the bottom, you move up one, and you go. And if you notice, I am using a pick on that, and that middle, that string that's right between those two, here too, it's muted. I just got my first finger is kind of arcing, right? It's not flat. It's kind of arcing like that, so that's not pressing down on that note, but it is touching it, so it's muted. All right, and you can just go right up the net. Okay, so that's one way of practice. That's two octave formations. There's 4 in all, and that's a way you can practice those first 2. Now, say you wanted to play a scale with octaves, and you wanted to more or less stay in the same formation, right? You would go like this. All right, so in that scale, we're using the 2 formation. Actually, we're using one of the formations we use, this one. But right away, we go to here I'm my pinky's on the 7th fret. I'm playing this is the key of A, and I'm playing a B here, and I'm what the octave B that I'm playing is on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, right? So now if you with my right hand, I'm actually using my fingers, because this formation, it's kind of hard to mute those strings there. I mean, it's possible, but it's kind of difficult. So this kind of octave, playing with scales is better done with fingers. So now I'm back to that original formation. There's the original. Now here I'm going to do this same kind of stretching across like that, but I'm going to do it. I have to go. I have to narrow that one because of the string difference, right? Because here I was still not crossing over to the 2nd string. Now I am. So that's a narrow one. I've got my 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 5th string, which is an E, and then my 1st finger's on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, which is an E also. So now, and so here it's that. Now I'm using that second, one of the earlier formations, right? And now I'm going. This one's like kind of like that. It's just yeah. And then I'm up there. And then coming back down, I'm sorry. Right. So when I'm playing a whole scale. So yeah, so there are the 4 formations. Once again, they're this kind, and then when we go over on the when we cross over the strings, we got that kind, and then we've got this kind, right? And when we cross over the strings, it goes like that. So yeah, so we're basically those four formations, and you can practice those formations either as in like a spider kind of exercise, or you can do it in scales. And once you get comfortable with that, then you can just play solos. There was a guitarist back in the 50s, a black jazz musician, Wes Montgomery, and he played a lot with octaves. He did his soloing with octaves. The other thing that and that was, there's not very many people who do that. And the other way he played with his thumb, just his thumb. So he had this big kind of rich. Right, and you may have heard, some. It's kind of a style of jazz guitar that he was, original with him. So all right, so that's it with octaves. I'm Christopher McClure. So you want to play guitar.com is my website. So you want to play guitar on Facebook, and so you want to play guitar on YouTube. And I hope this was helpful. Thank you.